In the center of Yellowstone National Park, where grizzly bears and wolves roam and the earth itself vibrates with the might of the dormant supervolcano, a secret peril kills more people than its deadly animals. This is a narrative about Colin Scott, a young guy whose ill-fated journey in the park will live on in history. Consider the enormous and gorgeous landscape that stretches over Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. This magnificent world is Yellowstone National Park, which feels like walking into a natural utopia. It's a captivating sight with towering hills, flowing rivers, lush woods, and a hidden behemoth beneath the ground. A gigantic volcano known as a supervolcano slumbers deep below the Earth's surface, capable of erupting with devastating fury. What distinguishes Yellowstone are its hydrothermal features, which include gushing hot springs and geysers. Hot steam and water are shot high into the air by these geysers, reaching elevations as tall as a building. Among these, the park's iconic geyser, Old Faithful, erupts on a regular schedule, attracting thousands to view the site. The hot springs, on the other hand, have a distinct attraction. These pleasant, welcoming lakes are dangerously hot, heated by the Earth's core to heat as high as 456 degrees Fahrenheit. The beautiful display of colors, caused by microorganisms living in the scorching water, adds to the mystery. Broad walks weave beautifully across the ethereal environment of the stunning geothermal paradise. Visitors are protected by these wooden paths, which hide them from the scorching hug of scalding hot water, enabling a safe connection with nature's beauty. The appeal of unspoiled beauty, though, is a siren's draw. Temptation can overcome reason in these idyllic surroundings. Colin Scott's sad story unfolded here when he strayed off the beaten route, drawn by the wild charm. He crossed a queue in an instant. His unfortunate contact with the boiling waters, a sad reality of the frailty of human wonder in the face of nature's overwhelming might. Colin and his sister Sable set off on an expedition in the Norris Geyser Basin, a region filled with boiling fluids and steam vents, in June 2016. They were strolling down a broad walk, admiring the brilliant colors and wonderful landscape, when temptation drew them away from the protection of the authorized walkway. They proceeded across perilous terrain in search of the ideal location for a refreshing bath in the forbidden waters. They had no idea what was in store for them. Colin walked farther into the unknown, going around 225 yards from the protection of familiar terrain, driven by his unquenchable curiosity. Photographs alone could not quench his appetite for discovery. He desired to completely lose himself in the unexplained things that beckoned. Tragically, his daring chase ended in a nightmare when he lost his balance and fell into a hot, acidic spring. The suffering was severe, as documented clearly by his sister's camera, which also reported her desperate attempts to save him, efforts that were finally foiled by the scalding waters' persistent hold. Colin's reality is a horrible abyss, a desperate battle for existence in a harsh environment. Sable was able to seek assistance, but there was no service in the area. She had to go to a nearby apartment to call for help. It was too late when park officers arrived. Colin had died as a result of the harsh conditions. In their efforts to recover Colin's body, rescuers encountered enormous obstacles, including an impending lightning storm.
Approximately 2:30, I received a call for somebody who slipped and fell into a thermal feature here at Norris Geyser Basin. When I got here on scene, the individual was not...
When they arrived the next morning, Colin's body had disappeared, leaving only his purse and flip-flops as disturbing relics of a life lost. The severe circumstances of the hot spring are said to have completely disintegrated his remains overnight. This terrifying tragedy serves as a harsh warning of the perils lurking behind the enchantment of Yellowstone's geysers and hot springs. It emphasizes the dangers of wandering into the prohibited areas, ignoring warning signs, and deviating from approved courses. Colin's death was not an isolated occurrence, but rather part of a terrible trend that had played out over the years at Yellowstone National Park. These heinous incidents highlight the deadly repercussions of disregarding safety standards. This tragedy, like so many others before it, serves as a sharp reminder of the need to follow the park's safety requirements, as well as the lessons learned from the previous cautionary stories. It serves as a tragic cautionary tale in and of itself, advising tourists to approach the park's natural beauties with extreme caution and respect for the untamed nature, which may transform from spectacular beauty to deadly danger in an instant. While admiring Yellowstone's incredible beauty, we must keep in mind that our safety comes first, and the call for adventure must be tempered with responsibility and respect for the restrictions put in place to keep us safe. So, did Colin's story pique your interest? By liking and subscribing to our channel, you can stay connected for more great stories like this. See you in the next video shortly.